Today we are going to be reading Cloudette by Tom Lichtenheld. Cloudette. Cloudette was a cloud, a very small cloud. Usually, Cloudette didn't mind being smaller than the average cloud. In fact, being small had lots of advantages. Everyone called her cute little names. She had lots of little friends. No matter how crowded it was, she could always find a good spot to watch fireworks. She could sneak through tight spaces, hide in small places, and she even had a special little space that made her feel cozy at night. But once in a while, all the other clouds would run off to do something big and important. Cloudette could see them in the distance, doing all sorts of important cloud things. This made her want to do big and important things, too. She wanted to make a garden grow. She wanted to make a brook babble. She wanted to make a waterfall fall. And she thought nothing would be more fun than giving some kids a day off from school. One night, Cloudette lay awake wondering what she could do that was big and important. She thought maybe she could work for the fire department, or maybe they needed some help down at the garden center. But nobody seemed to need her. Cloudette was feeling blue. The next day, there was a big storm in Claudette's neighborhood. The sky got dark. The rain came down like cats and dogs, and the wind blew harder than she'd ever seen wind blow before. When the storm finally stopped, Cloudette realized she'd been blown far from her neighborhood. She didn't know anyone here, and they didn't seem eager to get to know her. But pretty soon she was making new friends and seeing things she'd never seen before. Then she heard something she'd never heard before. She looked down at what was supposed to be a pond, but it was really just a puddle of mud. "What happened to your pond, Froggy?" "It dried up, and now it's more like a puddle than a pond." This gave Cloudette an idea. More like a brainstorm, actually. She held her breath until she started to puff up all over. Then she turned a nice blue-gray color. She kept growing until it looked like she was ready to burst. She shook her behind until it made a little rumbling sound. Not quite what you'd call thunder, but enough to let people know that they might want to grab an umbrella. Then she did what she'd wanted to do for ages. She let it pour. Cloudette rained on that little puddle until it grew into a very big puddle, and she kept on raining until that big puddle grew into a perfect pond. As soon as she stopped, frogs of every stripe and spot came jumping into the pond. They all let out a big "thank you" in unison. Ribbit! Cloudette was exhausted, but happy. Even the higher-ups were impressed, which got her thinking, "I'll bet there are other big and important things a little cloud can do." And off she went. The end. Thanks for reading Cloudette with me. Hope to see you next time.